kids using the pens. I don't know why they were doing it. I thought it was spares they was using. I don't know if they're any good. But you can go. Just go. Yeah, good. Most line correct, right? So like the delays, everyone. Right? There's work in the area, so internet was heavily delayed, right? If there's any staggering on the internet feed, please say so in the chat. I'll say it again in a while. I know probably everybody not probably in here yet, right? So, in the meantime, a word you come across in the praise a lot is I.S.U.K. I.S.U.K means help, right? The sun is Shamash, right? The moon is Qadash, right? I'm using this word Qadash. There's another word for moon, right? Which we're not gonna mention right now, but I'm using this word for moon in particular, right? Because this will mean new. All right, the word for new in Hebrew is the same word for moon. All right, just like how you have a new moon, quarter moon, half moon, full moon, and a new moon, right? Our word for new became based on the moon, as it was always renewing every month. All right, it's about the same time, average black man when they get new Air Forces. If he got that kind of money, he get the white ones too, white like the moon, right? So that white means, to us, that white, when you wear white, is significant of being fresh. You know what I mean? Over time, what happens? It gets dingy and a little gray here and a little brownish there because you're sitting on things. You're sitting around in the city, or you're sitting around where you at. You know what I mean? So when it's brand new, it's white, like a new moon. All right, good, right? Common words. Come is ba'ah. We go over this all the time. So why they say barbarians, right? Go is yalak. This is the word for go. You go to some store, some Arab running in the store. You always hear him say yalla, 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 yalla. He's always belittling whoever his servant is in the store. Say yalla, yalla, yalla to go. That yalla is yalak, right? Not to say that he's speaking Hebrew, but Arabic is it's a breakoff from Hebrew. The cognate, more giver. The cognate language, right? Meaning, I got the book in the car. Good, meaning, let's get a definition for cognate, right?
Come on, sir.
Oh, you want to get it? Okay, the definition for cognate, or even cognitive, or cognate is the origin, right? Right. So Hebrew has certain languages that they would call cognate languages. One, of course, one we just mentioned is the Arabic, right? According to the books, there's another language called Ugaritic, right? They would even say the Yiddish because it's almost the same language, except they put European vowels in there, right? Which is the modern Hebrew that the oppressor speaks today. Which is the language which they stole around the time of the Khazarian Empire, when they wanted to become Jewish to avoid wars with the Christian Dome and the Ottoman Turks, right? So they converted into Judaism, right? Meaning they tried to act like black people. This adds to the same reason why Hitler wanted to put them in ovens, because the Jews were black, right? Good, right? So yalla, yalla, yalla in the store, that's Arabic. In Hebrew, yalak is the word for go. Go here, go there. All right? Out is taza'ah. There's variations to this word too. I want to come across, there's a word I come across often called halak. Right? Halak. Right? Halak. Right? Let me just go and see what halak is right quick. Of course, these are compound words based on the preposition. Here we know that The ya is like saying he, the ha is like saying the, but we want to see what this word halak is. I come across it all the time. Just want to make sure, you know what I mean? So of course we're going to our Strong's Concordance on our app, right? So like, hold on. There. All right. Go to our Strong's Concordance, right, on our Kindle app. What I do is I go to my menu, I go find the H, right, and H and a what? L, right? And I got halak. Halak. Here you go right here, right? Halak. Concordance code 1980. Akin to 3212. A primitive root to walk. Right? So halak. That's why I'm seeing that word halak all the time. Because halak means to walk. Right? In a great variety of applications, literally and figuratively, along a pace, behave, right, continually. So in other words, in all conversant ways of black talk, right, is this word used, right? So I could say, oh yeah, we're having this conversation about this thing. I know you don't get what I'm saying, but walk with me, right? Or he keeps walking on about this idea of some train station. You know what I mean? Walk, right? It's halak, right? So let's get that on the board here, right? Halak means to walk, right? Walk, right? How's our visual? Too far, too close? Let's do up. Bring a little closer, if I could. All right. Okay. Okay, I see people going in and out of the class. Maybe the how's the feet? All right. So we got halak, walk, right? Yalak means to go. Okay. Go, right? So go is halak. Go is yalak. Right? Go is yalak, right? Also, we want to get some of these prayer words. All right. I want to focus on the more easier ones. So this is coming out of Psalms. We want to get this one in Psalms. These words here are more particular. I got two from here, right? Because we got the sun. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Day and night is a good verse to learn too. We got ha shamash. You see how they wrote it together? Ha shamash. Right? They didn't put no space between the ha and the shamash. That ha means the. Right? The ha means the. Right? Because that's how you write it in Hebrew. In English, you wanna write it. You might write it with a little dash in there, but you don't ever want to put spaces in between prepositions and the word, right? Or the rooted word, right? Just so we can keep the order of how we write Hebrew, as prepositions and possessives are written on the word, as is the manner of our language, right? Don't try to you wanna try to distance yourself from the English American way of thinking when it comes to this language, or it's gonna look confusing. Right? I'm gonna look at it. I'm familiar with the culture and how we write, and if you mix English and American culture with the Hebrew, it's gonna look strange, and I'm gonna have to be giving you all kind of edits and corrections. You know what I mean? So to avoid that, to always think, remove your mind from English, remove your mind from American when you want to write it within Hebrew, or when you want to write it in English letters, but you're writing Hebrew vernaculars in English letters. Or when I say vernacular, I mean the thing that you would say. You know what I mean? You're writing it out. You're writing like this. This is a vernacular to say Hebrew words in English, right? You wanna, when you have shamash, you wanna say the son. This is son by itself, right? The ha is to say the son, right? So you wanna make sure you put the ha right on it. Don't put a space between the ha and the shamash, even though ha means the, right? The ha right here means the, right? But you wanna write it right on there. You don't wanna put, you get it, right? I don't want to keep repeating myself. I keep repeating myself because I know brothers might miss what I'm saying, or I gotta keep, hammering it into you. But I know it's not the most keenly thing to do, right? So, right. So we're gonna keep forging ahead, all right? Okay. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Also, that Ba'ah comes from the next prayer in Psalms 121. All right. The power says Bawa'ah and Tadaya'ah. Right, or was it in here too? I think it might be in here too, right? Something about blessed that going out and they're coming in. Oh, it's right here too. Okay, good. So we're on the same page, right? So Yahweh Shamar Taza'athka, right? That Taza'athka down here, right? That Taza'athka right here is this same Taza'ah down here, out, right? The Lord shall preserve thy going in and thy going out, right? So we got Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'athka, right? Wa, Bawa'ah, right? Can you see this? Wa, Bawa'ah, right? That Bawa'ah is the Ba'ah we had on the board, right? And that word means to come. And the Wa is making an action verb. Very good. You know what I mean? So, come is Ba'ah, right? So let me write out those variations, right? Right? Bawa'ah, right? Bawa'ah is to say coming, right? Right? So, come is Bawa'ah is coming, right? So you might see here in the English, it says the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. All right? Right? So that coming is Bawa'ah, as we have in the prayer here where it says Wa Bawa'ah Ka. That Ka is to say your. Right? Right? So Bawa'ah, Ka at the end, Ka is to say your. Right? That Ka right here means your, right? I know you can't see. We're gonna get a whole list of. Let's do the possessive right now, right? Yeah.
In the prayer right there, right? It says Yashamar Taza'athka.
Mm-hmm.
That Avka, the Ka is a possessive, right?
The Ka is the possessive.
It's going out, but
yeah.
That Av right before the Ka is to let you know that it's connected to the coming, right?
No.
That's not the same Av.
It's not the same. Okay, I get what you're saying, right? But just like that, the Av has to be written by itself.
Right.
The Av is not a possessive. The Av is not a preposition, right? Af is something that is written all the time by itself, right? And when you see the Af, whatever is written after is related to the verb before it. All right. So let's see. Is there an Af? I don't think there's an Af in this particular prayer here. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's an Af right here. Af right here. Af what? Napashka. Right? Napash means soul. Right? And the Ka is your, right? So what's going on here? Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Af Napashka. Right? What's the Yahweh? How is the Lord's name? Break down Yah-Shamarka.
Yah in the beginning is he or it, right?
Yah at the beginning is he or it. Very good, right?
So he watched your.
Right, because Shamar is watch, right? He watch, and then the car is your, right? We on point, good, right? Kal, right? Do you remember what kal is? Kal.
Kal by itself?
Kal by itself.
Is good.
No.
Kal. Oh,
there you go. Good is Tawab. Right, good is Tawab. But Kal, yeah, you on point. You got it, right? Kal is all, right? Of all. There we go. Right? What does it say in English here? Slovakia. The Lord shall preserve thee from all. Okay, so in English it will say from all, right? Because the ma means of or from, right? Right. So Yahweh, he watch your or watch you, right? From all, right? Right. What is right? Evil. It's evil. Correct? Very good, right? We went over that a couple times, right? From all evil. Yashamar. What's Yashamar? He watch. Now, is watch a verb? Watch is what is a verb?
A verb is something that's being done.
Right, a verb is an action word, it's a doing word, right? Is watching a verb?
Watching is a verb.
Is watch a verb? What? So watch is a noun?
No, watch is dead.
Watch is a verb. It's something you do. Right? Good, right? So henceforth the right behind it. Right? You find the verb, the is applied to the watch. Yeah.
So if they use to combine the verb to the next word, they're not going to put the Y in the middle of, because you got Shawamar, right? And Shawamar is watching, right? So it doesn't say Shawamar, it says Yashamar letting you know that this action word is connected to this word coming up.
This word right here that you just said.
So we'll never see it with the Y. It will never say Yashamar.
Okay, I'll give you.
Yashamar. It wouldn't say Yashamar.
Watching. That's a good question. I've never come across something like that where it's used with a Y in there to say it's doing this thing. It could, but I don't. I have to see the instance first. Right now we just focus on the rules and applying the rules, noticing the rules, so we can always be on top of what's going on here. We just want to conquer back our language, right? But on that point, that's a good note. That's a good note because I haven't really seen that, or I can't remember seeing that at least. I can't recall seeing nothing like that. But that's a good thing to note because then now we'll be on the lookout for it. You know what I mean? Okay, so Yashamar, he watched as what? Napashka. Your soul, right? Now, if it was your soul and your body, right? Then it would be Napashka wa'af. Whatever the word for your body would be, or your personal, your soul and your dog, right? Your soul and your dog soul. Then you would just say wa'af, dog, kalab, your dog soul or whatever. You know what I mean? But because it's only talking about your soul right here, your soul referring to your well-being, right? It just says the pashka, right? With no wa on the other, right? Okay, right? So the verb is only applied as long as they keep saying ah. There's gonna be more things they're gonna keep saying ah. The very thing that doesn't say ah is not talking about watching that thing anymore. Right. As he was watching our soul right here, right? Okay. Okay. let's keep this thing right here so we can get more for next time. All right. Okay. Let's start from the top. All right. For everyone online, get your notepads out. Right, give you a second. Get your notepads out, because we're going to be taking notes of what's being said. Right, for all those who are serious and care about the Lord's work in language. Get your pen ready right now. We're going to breeze through these things. Get ready. Okay. First and foremost, the alphabet. All right, we're going to breeze through this. What's the time right now?
It's 7:54.
7:54. Let's breeze through this, right? We got ah, right, which is a figure of a cow's head. We got ba, which is a figure of a tent. We got ga, which is a figure of a camel's hump. We got da, which is a figure of a door to a tent. We have ha, which is a figure of a hand to present something. Right? It can either mean hana, to say behold, right, with your hands, or what's the other one? Hada, to say put. So we have hana, to say behold, and we have hada, to say put this over here. Hadawa, right? Hadawa. Wa is it, right? It or him is wa, right? The possessive, right? Hadawa, put it, right? Wa is a fish hook, to say wa is a fish hook, right? Za is a weapon, right? So I forgot this, right? For the word for cow for is alap, right? The word for ba, the tent or house, is to say bayath. Ga is kamal, or is a gamal, gamal, which is a camel, right? Camel and gamal, right? They sound the same, right? Cognate languages, right? The word for the door is dalath, right? And by the way, the Greek alphabet is similar to this, right? Because the Greek alphabet stole the definitions from this word. We say alap, they say alpha. We say bayath, they say beta. We say gamal, they say what's the gamma, right? We say dalath, they say delta, as the delta variant, meaning the delta variant is the fourth variant of the COVID that they found, right? The lambda is this thing right here, the lambda. Lambda to say lamad, right? Lamad is the word for Hebrew, which is learn, lamad, right? Good, right? Wawa is the fish hook, right? Za is Zion, which is to say weapon. Ka is to say kawama, this is a part of a fence or a wall. In this particular case here, this is a fence. Wall is where we built something similar, right? This ta right here is to say tana'a, which is a basket. The figure is a bottom of a basket, right? Ya is to say yad, which is the figure of your hand doing this, right? That's the ya, to say yad, Y-A-D, right? To say yad, right? We have kap, which is the palm of your hand. It's this figure right here, and the alignment in your hand, right? Is where you get the word cap from, right? La, as we just said, lamad as the lambda variant, lamad, and the word lamad means learn. This is the L shape is where you get the L shape today. It's a figure of a beating stick. All right. Ma is mayam. Right. Ma is mayam, and that means water. right? Na is, we was teaching it was napash, right? For can't remember where we found it, but it was to say a mouth of someone that was breathing, right? The Caucasian scholars will say this is a plant sprouting from the ground. The word for sprout is nawan. No, not nawan. Nawam. Nawam is that, right? Nawam is for sprouting, right? I believe nawan is like some fish or something, right? Because when you look in their books, it's gonna say nun, N-U-N, right? Or okay. We have sa, which is to say a flag, right? They say nawan is a fish. Salakia, that's what they say. They say nawan is a fish when they say N-U-N, right? Other people say sprouts, nawam, all right? But it's good for our vocabulary. We have napash is breathe, because you're gonna come across napash. We run across napash right there in the prayers, right? Napashka, right? To say soul, because when you breathe, when you're breathing, you're alive. You have a soul, right? When you stop breathing, you die. Your soul leaves the body, as in the scriptures will say, you gave up the ghost. All right. Sa is to say a flag for either sawap. Sawap is a flag, or samak, which is the word used for established. Right? Same like when the white man went on the moon, he established his American flag in the stinking ground on the moon to say that he owns the stinking moon, right? So he cursed the moon with his flag, right? One day that moon will be blessed when he goes into chains, right? You never know what purpose the moon can have other than reflecting the sunlight. You know what I mean? If it was given into the righteous people's hands, you know what I mean? Even the animals will rejoice, right? I is to say iron, and this is a figure, the circle figure to say your eye. Your eye is a circular figure, right? And the word for eye is ayan, I-Y-A-N, right? This pa is to say pa, P-A-H, and this is the figure of a mouth, all right? This taza'a, right, is to say a man on his side, right? This is a man on his side. I know we was teaching tazayad, what was it, tazayad, to say hunt, right? Tazad and tazayad and tazawad are variations of the word hunt and hunting, all right? Based on some things we read where it was a hunting tool, figure where desire is similar to this, but according to the archaic pictographs, this line was written as a circle in the taza, right? It was the line that goes, the vertical line was written like a circle, and it was to say a man on his side, all right? A man on his side, all right? All right? Kwa is kwawash, to say trap, right? This is this figure of a Egyptian rat trap, or an Egyptian rodent trap, right? Kwa is to say kwawash, right? Ra is head, ra'ash, right? It's also the word for in the word Genesis where it says ba ra'ash yas. That ra'ash means head or the beginning, all right? And that sha is shan, S-H-A-N, which is teeth, right? These are a figure of two front teeth of a more like an animal's teeth, right? Two front sharp teeth, right? And this thaw is for thou, T-H-A-W, thou, and this means a mark, like X marks the spot, or the mark of the beast, all right? And the mark of the beast is not any shape like a triangle or two triangles, right? The mark of the beast, or is not a vaccine, right? But mark is something like X mark the spot, or mark this thing because it's showing signs of this. Mark of the beast means you show signs of being like the oppressor because he's an animal. All right? That's what it means, all right? Good. Now back to business. We have the Psalms 121. You can even join us in your Hebrew interlinears, right? You can get on your Hebrew interlinear app. Right? I'll give an example of the Hebrew interlinear app we have. Of course, the question, if you're seeing this for the first time, your question will be, what app is that? Or where can I find that app? Of course, you go to your Google Play Store, right? And there's an app by, we said it many times, it's made by Hagios Tech. Hagios, right? Hagios, Hagios, Tech, right? So we go, we're in Psalms 121. All right. Click on there. And here we go. Right? Right? This is the introduction to say a song of ascents. Right? Starts right here. Asha'ah. I lift. Right? Ayan, as we saw, we read a while ago in the Hebrew alphabet. Ayan is to say I. Right? I don't know if you can see this, right? Can you see this? Right? Ayan is to say I. But it says what? Ayan ya. What does the ya mean at the end of a word? Remember now, they're written together. Right? Even here, the possessive, not the possessive, the preposition is written onto the word sha'ah. Sha'ah is to say lift. The I is a preposition to say I. Right? We have what? Ayan ya. Ayan ya. Ayan is the word for I. The ya is the word for my eyes. Right? It's not ya ayan, because ya at the beginning of a word does not mean my. Ya at the beginning of a word means he or it. But when it's written at the end of a word, it means my. Right? So here we go again. We're reading the prayers. Sha'ah. This R right here is a preposition to say I. The sha'ah means lift. Now, as you see here, they're not written separately. They're written together, because that's how it's written in the Hebrew. Right? Let me keep this together, right? Right? As you see here, the sha'ah, right? Even though one is I and one is lift, they're written together in the Hebrew. The ayan and the ya is written together in the Hebrew, and you want to get in the practice of maintaining that kind of picture. All right? Good? Right? Asha'ah, I lift. Ayan is I, ya is my eyes, right? Ayan ya, eyes, mine, eye of mine, right? Al means what? Onto, right? I will lift up mine eyes onto the what? The hills, right? So where's the hills? The preposition ha means what, Bakwash? Ha means the. So then we have har yum, right? Har yum, what's something that we can know about har yum? First of all, at the end of it, there's a yum. Yum is to say what? Plural. Yum is plural. So we're left with har. Har would mean the hill, right? Hill, right? So har yum, the hills, plural, right? If it was just a hill, if it was only one hill, it would have been ha har, right? But because plural, we're gonna put the yum in there, right? Ma'ayan, right? Ma'ayan, right? So now we have, if this was in Hebrew, right? This would be how many Hebrew characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You will say something? Huh? Can, right? So in all things like this, you wanna figure out the root word, which will be 3 characters. We have a ma at the beginning. A ma would mean that it is a preposition at the beginning. Ma is a preposition to say of or from. Right? So now we're left with ayan. what things could ayan be? We say words like ayan dabar, right? Where ayan means nothing, right? But in this sense, in this context, this ayan does not mean nothing, right? This ayan means where, right? So concordance code 370, ayan, adverb, right? To say whence. As like when the Lord said to Satan in Job, whence comest thou? Right? That word would have been ayan. Right? Whence comest thou meaning where? Whence is Old English for where? Right? And that's ayan. Right? That's ayan. So ma ayan means what ma ayan. From where? All right. So asha'ah, I lift, ayanya, my eye. Al is the word for onto. Haharyam is the hills. Ma'ayan, from where? I lift my eye unto the hills. From where? Yahba'a. Right? What's Yahba'a? Yeah. He come, right? Yah is a preposition for he. Ba'a is the word for come. Isaiah. We went over this all on the borders a while ago. Isaiah. Isaiah is a word which means, check the notes. Everybody, look at your notes. Isaiah is help. We went over it at the beginning of class, right? Help. Isaiah. Isaiah. Yah is a possessive to say my, good, right? So, all together now. Asha'ah, I lift, ayanya, my eye, al onto, haharyam, the hills. Ma'ayan, from where, yaba'ah, he come, Isaiah, my help. In the English at the bottom, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. All right, good, right? Colon, meaning they're not to be said together because they're not the same sentence. All right? Or there's a colon there to mean something, meaning it's related to the thing that's mentioned before, like a shopping list, right? Now, Isaiah, my help, right? Ma'aim, right? Ma'aim, we have the ma there, and we have the aim, right? Ma'aim, in this instance, what does it say? Aim will say, it's saying with. Okay, hold on. With him, against, from, all right? The word ma'aim altogether usually means from. When I say ma'aim, I always see as from, as it has right here. So it's saying ma'aim to say with. Come.
The origin says from.
The origin says from, right? Where's the origin? Origin from amam. Look at amam. Adverb or preposition. With, in conjunction, in varied applications, specifically equally with, often with prepositional prefix, and they're usually unrepresented in English. And that's good to note too. It's usually unrepresented in English. That's why the whole thing would have say from, rather than to say I means with, because you won't see that all the time. All right. My help come from Yahweh. That's what we say in English, right? My help cometh from the Lord. When you see the Lord in capital L-O-R-D, capital L-O-R-D, it's going to say Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's the Lord's name right here. It does not, when I read this right here, it does not say Ahaya or Sharahaya. Right? That's not what I'm reading right here. You know what I mean? And this is not Masoretic editing. right? There's nothing you can see that says before the Masoretes touched it, it said higher, ashar, higher. And the scrolls are all a little bit longer because every time it says Yahweh, the sentence was longer and larger because a higher, ashar, higher was there. There's no record of that, right? The record is the Lord's name is Yahweh. All right? Right? So, my help, Isaiah, my help from Ma'im, Yahweh, which is the Lord's name. Come on, Aisha, come.
It don't say Yehuda.
Right. It doesn't say Yahuwah. Right? That Y in the middle is not a verb, it's not a U. There's no U's in Hebrew. Right? We read in the Hebrew book from Yale. In the Hebrew, we don't got it here right now. Right? But it says the original sounds of Hebrew was the R and the I sound only. There was no O sounds, there was no E sounds, there was no U sounds. Right? And we went over the word a while ago on the board, shamash, for the sun. Right? Because the Jewish man says shamesh or something like that. Shemosh. He says shemosh. Shemosh is his word for sun. When you go into any encyclopedia, the word for the sun god in Babylon, because it was the sun, and we were speaking Hebrew right then too, the word for the sun god in Babylon was shamash. Hold on. Do I have internet? I have internet. Okay. Hold on. Look at this. Shamash, the sun god. Oh, so hold on. Some delay here. Shamash, the sun god. Shamash, right? Sumerian Utu, right? In Mesopotamian religion, the god of the sun. All right? Because that was our word. We was in Babylon as slaves. We was in the land of Mesopotamia. That Mesopotamia is the same Middle East. Right? Right? So that was us, right? We was the people that ended up worship Ishtar. All these other weird gods. That Ishtar is still Easter today. You still worship that god Ishtar on Easter. All right? Right? Shamash was the son of sin. That's some people right there, right? The god is often pictured with a disc that symbolized the sun, and that's Shamash, the sun god, right? And hence to why people always point to the pictures of, in the Dark Ages, they will always say there will be a figure of a disc around, the holy figures, because the Christians was pushing in paganism in a religion, and that's what Christianity is today, is paganism. You worship on Sunday because Sunday is to worship the sun. Right? And his name back in the day, of course there's no God, there's no sun god, right? It was just the sun, and people worship the sun, right? There's no God called Shamash. Like there's no actual being out there with powers and that can talk and deliver messages to you at night while you're sleeping called Shamash. All right, there's only the Most High, of course. All right, but people made up Shamash, the sun god. Right, the same way how people made up Shiva and Krishna, right, and a devil under the ground called Hades with a pitchfork, and it's hot and fiery down there, right? Heathens made this, mankind made up those religions with these, fake deities, right? Satan is not under the ground in the Bible, but Hades is. People made it up. If you dig under the ground, you're not gonna find Hades. You're not gonna find hell on the ground. You're gonna find oil. All right? Make you a lot of money. You wanna go down there. You wanna send some devils down there one day, so you can have great industries and technology and industrial revolution of the Israelites, where we take the kingdom, which is coming soon. All right? Okay, good, right? Right. So where are we? We're in verse 2. Isaiah is help. Yah is Isaiah, my help. I'm from who? Yahweh. My help is from Yahweh. That's the Lord's name again, right? I.S.U.P.K. is the word for what? Keyword. This is a keyword you gotta learn right here. You gotta take notes right here. I.S.U.P.K. is what? No. Okay. I like the attempt. Close. It sounds close. Remember, Ra is not a possessive. You see what I'm saying? The Ra is not used as a tense to apply or to apply your thought to when you hear I.S.U.P.K. All right.
I.S.U.P.K. is make, right?
I.S.U.P.K. is make. Right? I.S.U.P.K. has nothing to do with make. I.S.U.P.K. is just a number 10. Right. All right. I.S.U.P.K. is make. Very good, right? Good, right? It's the same as the preposition. What preposition means this too? It's a preposition which means I.S.U.P.K. Da is a preposition, and you're gonna come across it when you're reading that Tanakh. You're gonna come across the preposition da, and that preposition da will mean make or do, right? Da is do. It's where the word do in English comes from. Do in English comes from da, right? In the Hebrew to say do. It's called cognate languages.
I messed it up. I know it was number 7. Number 7 also means completion, right?
Yes, but okay. I don't see. Number 7 means completion. 7 means to complete. Means the full days of the week. Yeah. When the Lord completed His work. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's how I messed it up.
Okay. Yes, I see what you're saying. Right. I.S.U.P.K. is a word you're gonna see all the time. Genesis, Deuteronomy. Sorry, I got the order wrong. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. You're gonna see I.S.U.P.K. Right? King Solomon was making the temple. Right? You're gonna see I.S.U.P.K. Right? Joshua had the heathens, the Africans in particular, right? Becoming our water wellers. We turned them Africans into employees for us. Right? We had the Joshua, whose name was Yahushai. We had the Yahushai spring water company, right? Or the Yahushai water well company, right? Where we supply you of water, right? Right? Joshua had them heathens, doing that. You know what I mean? When they try to dress up, put the sackcloth on their head and act like they come to be our servants. You come to be a servant. Okay, no problem. Get digging wells. We want water. We want water all the time. Because we work out and we become stronger than you, and we need water to help us in our working out. Get to dig some water, Africans. And so they did. All right? I.S.U.P.K, right? Means make, do or make, right? Shamayam. Right? Shamayam. What's Shamayam? Shamayam is the word for heaven. Right? Heaven. Right? My help from Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K made Shamayam heaven. The Lord made heaven. Right? The Lord made the sky. Like, how could someone make the sky? First of all, the space is black. He made the sky blue. You see what I'm saying? The Lord made the sky. You see what I'm saying? It's not, where's all the atheists out there to just say, this is just nothing. You know what I mean? It's something. Someone created some kind of reflection in the sky. Right? And they say the sky is blue because of the reflection of the water. I don't know how true that is. Right? But it's definitely blue for some reason. Right? Wa aratazar, that wa right there. Right? That wa right there is a preposition for and. When we go into our interlinear, and see how it's written right there. Is this bright enough? Is it too dark? Make it a little brighter, right? Right? The and aratazar, right? Aratazar is the word to say earth. Good. Now what's going on here? Right? Aratazar, right? And look how they wrote the preposition and the word. And is not written separately from the word in Hebrew. Can you see this? Oh, come on, right? Right? Wa is not separate from earth in the Hebrew. It's written together, all the same. Right? That's a good thing to note. All right, this is how you want to write things in Hebrew, right? The preposition on the word, like they wrote and. This wa right here means and. Arataza. Right? That arataza is the same word for asares. In the second Nessus 1340, the favorite northern kingdom got to a miracle verse, right? Right? Wa arataza. As displayed in here in the English letters again. Wa arataza means and earth. Good, right? Al Yathan. Al Yathan. Right? So we're going into verse 3 now, right? We're going into verse 3. Al Yathan. In this instance, al is not onto. Right? Athan. That word athan. Right? As you see here, according to the interlinear, that yathan is to mean slumber, right? No, slafia. It's to mean allow. So then we got a word. We got a new word for you now. Yathan is the word to say allow. Al means not. Yathan means allow. Not allow. Do not allow. Right. This is real praise unto the Lord. This is praise that the Lord like. Not that gay Christian prayer. You know what I mean? We love everything and love our slave masters, love the oppressor. God love everybody, love all things, and just love. The David is saying David is a man of the Lord's heart. That's why his prayer in particular is in the scriptures here. Right? He's a man of the Lord's heart, right? Not allow, do not allow, right? La mawat, right? And mawat should be move or something, right? Do not allow to move. Come again, yeah.
You see the out of the knot, right?
Yeah.
Why is it written like that? You see it, usually when you put two words together, you'll drop off like the I, you'll drop off the A and leave the LA. But it's just A.
You drop off the A and leave the L there?
Drop off the H and leave the LA. They were two, like they're connected with connectors. But it's just AL. Like both of them lost a letter, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to ask about this one because usually la is to say not. We have the a and the la. Could it be Allah? I don't know. It says al here. We're gonna roll with al, right? But you're saying usually we would drop off the. Maybe I can sit down, right? I'm not using the board, right? I'll probably sit right here, right? No, don't point it to me. Wait, still face it that way, so I can still,
Then drop it down some?
Yeah.
I'm laughing, just laughing.
That's the last one. Yeah. That's a good height right here. Cut. Most of the reps. Yeah. Okay, good. Right? Good. Right? Okay, so well, one more time with the question, right? Can you see this? There we go, right? Most sign Christ. Right? So we have la, right? Let's sit on the table for once, y'all. We can get this on the table, right? Yeah, let's get this on the table. Slack, yeah. Okay. All right. Take it down, bro. All the way down. Okay, most sign Christ. Okay. Bring this around over here. Okay. Okay. Good, right? So now, right? We have the word, where we at? We're at Lamawat, right? Where Lamawat at? Lamawat right here, right? We have Lamawat, right? La means to, right? La is a preposition to say to. Mawat is to say move, right? Not allow to move. Ragal. What's ragal? Ragal is your feet, right? We went over this word a couple of times. Ragal is to say feet. Ka is to say your, right? So now here's a preposition, right? A preposition to say to, and then here's a possessive to say your, right? A possessive to say your. There's no space between the your. There's no space between the two. So when someone's writing la something, la yasharala, you're writing la yasharala to say, here's a drink. Drink to who? Drink to Israel, right? That la is not written separately from the word Israel in Hebrew. The word for Israel, of course, will be yasharala. How's my aim? How's my aim on here? It's good, right? It's good, right? Okay, right? So la is to say to, right? So now we go in the interlinear, right? As you see here, possessive. You look at it, it looks like a 4-letter word. It's not, right? All Hebrew words they consist of 3 letters. Mawat would be the 3-letter root word here to say move, and the la at the beginning, which will look like the 4th letter, which is not. It's just a preposition as usual, written together. Regalka, regal is foot. The ka is your. There's no space written between them. It's written all together as a unit. Preposition, root word, possessive. Where it applies. So here, there's a possessive. No, stuck in here. The la is a preposition. There's no possessive, right? Over here, that ka is a possessive at the end. Possessive always go at the end. Preposition, pre means before. It means predate your ticket. Pre tickets available. Pre everything, right? Pre means before, right? We read from right to left. So we read across like this, right? Like this, right? So there's no preposition here, but there's a possessive here. So we apply it as where it's needed, as where it's proper, right? Here we go again. Now al means not, right? Ya nawam, right? Yanawam. Yanawam means slumber, right? So we're telling the Lord not allow to move your foot. Lamawat, to move. La mean to. Mawat mean move. Ragal mean foot. Ka mean your. Not allow your foot. Not slumber, right? Yanawam, right? Yanawam is slumber, right? Not ya nawam, right? Gone.
It's Yanawam or Nawam?
It's ya. It says ya nawam, right? So no nawam. Ya means is the preposition again. He, right? Nawam is slumber, right? Right. As to earlier, we said with the earlier we was talking about the na in the alphabet, where nawan means fish, and nawam meant, some people say sprout, right? We might gotta check that, right? I was talking with Aban about it. You know what I mean, as to what the NUN means, right? No problem, right? Yanawam, wala'a, wa is to say a preposition, to say and again, right? You're gonna see it's all over the place, right? That's why these things are key to learn, because the whole basis of understanding your language will be based on these key things right here. Wa la'a, and that la'a should be no, right? Ya yashan, right? We go to that ya yashan, right? Where are we? Right? Al yathan, allowed to move your foot. Al yanawam, he slumber. Shamarka, do we come across Shamarka? We missed Shamarka. Oh, Slakia. There's two Yanawams. Okay, there's Yanawam here and there's Yanawam here. All right, I jumped it. Slakia, right? Shamarka. Shamar is watch. Ka is your. All right? So what does it say in English? He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. All right? So there's two slumbers. There's two slumbers? There's two slumbers here. All right? So he will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Aliyathan, lamawat, ragalka, right? As it says, your foot, right? Ragalka, al yanawam. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Al yanawam, shamarka, right? Not he slumber your watch. Don't black talk. Don't sleep on your watch on me. Don't be sleeping out here. Don't get caught slipping. Don't let me get caught slipping. I'm saying don't sleep on me. Then you get jumped. Nigga, you slept on me. You know what I mean? The Lord is like a Judite, man. You know what I mean? The Lord talks like a Judite, man, because Judites are the Lord's people. They're God's actual people. These white Christians are not. All right? This is how the Lord talks. This is how the Lord thinks. David was a man of the Lord's own heart. Heart in the Bible is mind. Right? So this is how the Lord's mind works. Right? Hana la'a. Right? Hana. What's Hana? Hana is behold. We went over this earlier. Right? Hana is the same figure for the the alphabet, right? Quick, alphabet. Right? The ha is Hana. Right? This ha right here, where's the ha? Abba God, that ha was a ha right here, right? Can you see this? Right? This ha right here is the same figure of behold, like this. Here's we had a circus. They're about to bring up the lion. Behold, right? This shape right here is this shape right here. Fingers on your arm, right? And the ha is for Hana. The same Hana right here. The same Hana, right? Hana, La'a. Right? La'a means what? It should be no, right? Okay. Let's see what it says. We have what? Verse 4 now? Okay. It says, behold, Hana, behold. La'a will mean no, right? So you see the counts right here. It's in the Bible. 2,442 times as no. 507 times as not. Or suck it. 2442 times as not, right? 507 times as not. 491 times as nor. 368 times as no, right? So we get the idea, right? La'a means no. All right? No what? Behold, no, he sleep. The Lord talks like patois, man. The Lord talks like Jamaican patois in a Judite way. Right? The Lord is the ultimate. We got a t-shirt that says the book of the nigger God. Right? We worship, that's our commander Yohanan said, we don't want the Chinese God or the slave master's white God. We want the nigger God, the God that talks like us. Damn it. right? We want the God that talks like us, looks like us. He got an afro, right? According to Daniel, he got an afro. He gets fly. He looks like a nigga on a boat ride, wearing that all white. You know what I mean? He wrote jewels. In front of him is a sea of crystals. You know what I mean? You write diamonds. He just got diamonds in his atmosphere. You know what I mean? His place is furnished with diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Right? God, we got the nigga God, man. All right? He Nawam, right? Yah is he. Nawam is the slumber, sleep, right? And Wa is and. La Khan, right? La'a means no. Ya Yashan, right? So what's that Ya Yashan is? Ya Yashan is he sleep, right? Because we're reading this part right here. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep, right? He, behold, no, not he slumber, and not he sleep, right? Slumber is like a deep sleep, right? Let's make sure, let's check, right? Slumber, definition, right? Right? Let's get the Google to talk. Slovakia.
Slumber.
Okay. Slumber, definition.
Here's the definition of slumber, literary, sleep.
Okay, so slumber literally means to sleep. What's the difference between slumber and sleep?
According to vocabulary.com, to slumber is to sleep, sometimes specifically to sleep lightly or doze. You can slumber in your bed, in your airplane seat, or through your alarm in the morning. Slumber can also describe a peacefulness, like your quiet street that seems to slumber early in the morning.
Right, meaning the Lord ain't sleeping, right? He's awake, but don't get distracted on me, oh Lord. When it's time to protect me from the enemy races out there who are trying to enslave my people. Knife will say, don't doze off, oh Lord. That's what it means, right? I don't know why. Where do we get slumber? We grew up on Pokemon, man. Slumber is supposed to mean like Snorlax or something like that, right? We used to play the Game Boy, the red version and the blue version, and that slumber was worse than the sleep attack, Slovakia. You know what I mean? For those out there who know what I'm talking about, right? So that's Pokemon's fault to why we got that vocabulary mixed up, right? Slumber is to doze off. It's a quick nap, or you know what I mean? Right? So don't slumber or sleep on us, right? He that keeps Israel shall never doze off, nor sleep. Right? Keep reading, right? Verse 5, Yashan, Wala'a, Shawamar. Right? So we're still on the same verse, right? We're reading the verse 4, right? We have neither slumber, Yanawam, doze off, right? Wa, la'a, and no or not, Ya Yashan, right? Sleep. Shawamar is to say watching, right? Watching from the root word shamar, which is watch. That shawamar in the English version here is going to say keep, right? Because when you're watching sheep, you're keeping the sheep, right? If you're not watching the sheep stray. All right, so shawamar and all that says keep here, the word is watch. It's the same way how when a black man says, yo, watch this phone for me. It means it means keep the phone. Keep it for him until he comes back and gets it from you. It doesn't literally mean to sit there and just look at his phone in your hand. Watch this phone for me means, keep this gun, hold this gun for me. Oh, so a gun, right? It's lucky, right? God, that's what you see around the way. Or watch this oath. Let's not go there, right? But brothers do that with drugs too. We in New York, right? Right. So don't sleep on watching Israel, who are the 12 tribes, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But because the Lord is tired of our sins, the Lord fell asleep on us. You know what I mean? And here we are in slavery, 2021, can't get out. Latino children in cages, babies in cages on the border, right? All the Judite kids right now getting molested in foster care. You see what I'm saying? That's where we are right now. Right? Lord fell asleep on us. Drugs was able to come into our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Your TV gets to your woman's mind. Just TV. Television programming got to the sister's mind, and now they can't keep no man at all. Just because of TV. Because the Lord fell asleep on us. The Lord's protection slowed down on us because he was tired of seeing our sins. You know what I mean? The Lord said, you know what? Watching y'all, instead of watching y'all, I'm not going to watch y'all, I'm going to watch TV. You know what I mean? Okay. Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, right? Okay. Yahweh is thy keeper, right? So it says Yahweh, Shamarka, right? That's Shamar again. We came across, how much time we seen Shamar today? Right? That Shamar is watch, right? Yahweh, Shamarka, meaning Yahweh, watch you, right? That's what it says right here. Where it says the Lord is thy keeper. In the real Hebrew, it says the Yahweh watch you. That's what it means that the Lord is your keeper. Right? Oh, that's a good one too, right? When Cain and Abel says, am I my brother something? Am I my brother's keeper? All right, what verse is that? See if we can get that right quick. It's Cain and Abel, right? Should be like Genesis chapter 4 or something like that, right? Cain, Abel. Not angel, come on.
Genesis 4:9.
Genesis 4:9. Right? Sidebar, go to Genesis 4:9 right quick. Right? And said Yahweh unto Cain, right? Cain his name is Qayan, right? Waya Amar, typical thing you're gonna see all the time. Waya Amar, and he said, everywhere you're gonna see the and he said, right? You're gonna say and he said again. Next verse, and he said, on verse 10. You're gonna say it again on verse 11. No one's saying nothing in 11. What about 12? Who's saying anything? Verse 13, something said again. What did it say at the beginning? Waya Amar, and he said, right? No problem, right? What about verse 8? Waya Amar, when it says in the English, and talked. In the Hebrew, Waya Amar, and he said. Right? What about verse 7? Nope. Anybody saying anything in 6? Yes. So said the Lord to Cain, right? What did it say in Hebrew? Waya Amar, and he said. So we always in the Hebrew when it says anyone saying anything. Waya Amar. Right? No problem, right? Verse 9. And said the Most High unto Cain, Waya Amar Yahweh. Al is to say unto. Cain's name is Qayan. Is there a definition to Qayan? The same as Qayan, where they play upon the affinity Qana. And we know that Qana means stalk, right? Which is what was Cain's offering to the Lord was stalks of corn, right? And he was jealous of Abel's offerings of meat, right? Because Cain and Abel was not Adam. Cain and Abel was Esau and Jacob in similarity. All right? Can I say they're the exact same person? I cannot teach that because it doesn't say that. Right? But did they live the exact same life? Yes, they did. Right? So Qayan is a play of the word Qana, right? As to how we make Hebrew names, right? And he said unto Cain, Ayah is to say where, as similar to how the word ayan. We read a while ago, ma ayan, to say from where. Ayah also means where, right? Where in the Bible 16 times, where 5 times, and where 4 times, from where 2 times, right? Where are they twice, right? Where is he once? Where are you once, right? Right? Where Abel, right? Remember the Hebrew, we don't say where is Abel. Where Abel? Ayah Habal. Abel's name was Habal. Look at that. His name doesn't begin with an A, it begins with a H. Right? The same as Hebel, the son of Adam. All right. So there you go. Just imagine that in that time, the lineage is like Adam would be like Abraham. You know what I mean? And Cain and Abel was like Jacob and Esau. You know what I mean? Back in their days. You know what I mean? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and Esau is the bringing about of the same souls again into the earth, because nothing is new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun does not mean cell phones or TVs and cars, right? Nothing new under the sun means the people. Nothing new under the sun means races of people. It means reincarnation. That's when you read Ecclesiastes and it says nothing new under the sun. It means reincarnation, right? Look at this now. This is how you say your brother. Your brother Akyaka, meaning when you're talking about the persons, put that ya in there, right? And he said, why Amar again? Not, no, right? Not, la'a means I don't know, right? No, la'a is no, right? Yadai is the word for, die is the word for no, or knowledge. The ayat in particular is the word for knowledge. In Muslim, for Muslims, they have a book called the Hadith. Right? The hadith is the same as the hadith. Hadith is the word for knowledge. Right? Yadith ya, that ya makes it I. Right? Meaning not to my knowledge. Right? Ha shamar. Right? Right? Ha shamar. We know that ha is the, shamar is watch. What is it saying here? Keeper in the English. Right? Meaning I'm not his watcher. I'm not made to watch over him. Says who? You're the older brother, damn it. Right? Hashamar Akya, my brother. Anyaka, am I. Right? Anakia is to say I am. That's another way of saying I am. It's another way of saying Anya. Anakia is a more formal way. Right? Because now, Cain is talking to the Lord here. Right? Which might be by his father. I don't know. Right? Might be by his father, but the Lord is talking to Cain here. As a matter of fact, we gotta say it's directly. Why? Because Cain was in the truth, because he was Adam's son. Adam was a son of God. Cain and Abel were sons of God. Right? And then here, Cain got kicked out of the truth. You see what I'm saying? For his evil doings. The same way how you can get kicked out of the truth if you do something evil. Right? Your brother would be your blood brother can come to school with you. You'll be John and he'll be Jim. You come to school together, and Jim do some adultery in the bathroom or something. You know what I mean? You get caught in adultery, he gets kicked out of the school. Right? It's just like Tahar teaching rape, violated the protocols of the school, lied on the Most High, say you can rape someone. Nathaniel 7 of IUIC lied on the Lord, saying you can only have one wife. Lied on the laws of the Bible. Lied on Moses. Lied on the whole chapter of Exodus 21. Talking about you can only have one wife. You know what I mean? Lied on the book of Exodus, man. You know what I mean? Right, so the point was that Shamar means watch here, right? But he says, am I my brother's keeper? Right? That keeper means Shamar means watch, all right? When you watch over the camp, keep the camp, all right? Right? Good. Where are we? Right. Psalms 121, verse 5. What did he say? Oh, Yahweh, the Lord is thy keeper, right? Yahweh Shemaka, the Lord is thy keeper, right? Yahweh watch you. That's where it says the Lord is thy. That thy in Old English means your or you, right? Thy when thy is you, right? Thine, THINE, is to say your. You know what I mean? It's in thine hands. It's in your hands. All right. What else is there? Another word in the Old English. Thee is THEE, means you. Thou shalt not kill. You shall not kill. All right. So those are very different differentiations. Remember, the English is one of them Latin languages, just like Spanish. In Spanish, you gotta say your what's it? Your tengo, your tiene, your tenemos, right? Old English would have been like that. It would have been like thou, thee, thy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. You know, today we have the same thing with the me and the my, right? Me, my, mine, right? Kind of thing, right? But the thee and the thy and the thou is the it's to say you and your, right? And then that thou, we say thou today. We don't know if that actually was thou. I don't hear nobody saying is it thou or thou, because we're saying you. That thou is to say you, which is like you, thou and you, thou. Who knows? All right, all right. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand, right? Yahweh, that tazalka right here should be the shade, right? Tazal should be the shade, right? Let's check. Okay, so we're in verse what? Psalms 121, right? Psalms 121, verse 5. Right, so now we're going on to verse 5, right? Good, right? That Tazal concordance code 6738. Tazal is to say shadow, right? That's what we've seen in the praise right here. So you see Tazalka. Tazalka is your shadow, right? Tazalka, possessive written on the word ka, right? I'll is to say over or upon. The same way how we say Yahweh Shema Al Atha, right? The Al right here, right? Right, Yahweh Tazalka Al. Yahweh, your shadow over hand, right? Yam Yanka. Yam Yan, we know that Yam Yan is to be right. The same as Shama Al is left, Yam Yan is right. As Shama Al is left, Yam Yan Ka, right? Meaning right hand, right? Yahweh, shade your over right hand, right? So let's see what that says in English down here at the bottom, right? Yeah, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand, right? The Lord covers your right hand, right? There's your right hand. If the Lord put some shade on your right hand, he's right beside you. You see what I'm saying? He's right beside you, and the Lord is with your hand. This right hand is your weapon hand too, right? Meaning you got to defend yourself. All right. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Where is that? Yawamam Hashamash, right? Yawamam. Let's get a breakdown of Yawamam. Right? Okay, Yawamam is day. From the word Yawam, we know that Yawam is the word for day. All right? So Yawamam is to say by day 19 times, day 19 times, daytime 7 times. Right? Yawamam, right? Day, Hashamash, the sun. La'anat, Yakaka, right? Kaka, yakaka means strike, right? Ya meaning it. Kaka means strike, right? Coming from the root word naka. Naka is to say strike. You know, strike like I hit something. He struck the car, he hit the car. All right? Yarak and the moon, right? Yarak is the other word for moon, besides Qadash. All right? Yarak is the word for moon. Okay.
So day is Yahweh.
Day is Yawam.
It's your mom, right?
Yeah. Hey, you got Yawamam. It could be a figurative way of saying the same word for the day. You know what I mean? I know. Yam is what? Yam is the sea, right? When we look on the horizon, because the earth is round and not flat, the sun comes up from the sea, right? Not to say it's related. I don't know if it's related, but the words are there. The sun does rise from, your sight of the sea, and the sea is Yam. I mean, sea is also the west, right? And Yawam is the sun, and it sets in the west. You look at it setting on the sea, going down, right? Right? But Yawam is day. Layala, as down here, is the night. Right? Ba means in. Layala is the night, right? So sun, so day, the sun, Hashamash, not strike, right? It's strike, right? Not is strike. Wa Yarak, that Y is and, Yarak is moon, right? Ba is in, Layala is night. Right? Meaning the sun ain't gonna strike you, but the sun ain't gonna strike you. Neither can the moon. Why is he saying this? Because because we were scared of the sun and the moon. You see what I'm saying? What are we saying? The Most High is the only power. Right? With the Most High, the sun and the moon can't hurt you, like the heathens are gonna tell you. Some shamash is gonna come out and hurt you one day. The moon god, what's the moon god name again? The moon god's name was Yah. These Old Testament Israelites talking about we love Yah and Yah's holy word Yah. Yah is the moon god. All right. Let's see if we can get that on here. Right. Yah, the moon god.
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Yah, the moon god.
I can search the web for that. Just tap the search chip.
Slacky, hold on. Let's spell it with an IA first. There you go. Look at it. Immediately in the search, right? And it'll be pronounced like a YAH. Yah, right? Yah is a god of the moon in ancient Egypt religion, right? Sometimes transliterated as Yah, Jah, or Ah. That's the Yah they worship. Because Old Testament Israelites are just Christians. That's all it is. They're just Christians, right? Always having some kind of, pagan religion, pagan god, or worship some other god in their religion. It's no different. You see what I'm saying? Yah is the moon god. Now the prayer says, the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Right? For heathens don't fear our God. Heathens fear the sun. Heathens fear the moon. Why? Because the moon might crash into you, because the sun might crash into you. Hence the fall. What they do on New Year's Eve? When the ball dropped, that ball is to represent the sun. It's the same golden calf that we worshipped. And what did they do on New Year's Eve in the middle of the night? Countdown 10, 9, 3, 1, and ball drop. Because we're scared of the moon, man. We're scared of the sun. Right? We're scared of Yah. When Yah is not the Lord's name. The Lord's name is Yahweh, man. Right? It simply means moon. right? Because we were coming out of where? Egypt. We was coming out of ancient Egypt. That was us serving these gods in ancient Egypt. Yeah, right? Nevertheless, by New Kingdom, he was less prominent as a moon deity than the other gods of lunar connections, right? Thoth and Khonsu, right? Okay, right? The moon shall not smite thee, right? So we're in Hebrew. Yawamam, day, the Hashamash, the sun. Because we're afraid of the sun. That's why we worship the sun. You got brothers out there today talking about, oh yeah, God is, what do you say? God is a, they don't say spirit. God is a, they say something like energy, some energy cut they be talking about. I can't remember, man. Who can remember this? Type in the chat, man. What they say? They say God is the source. That's what they say. God is the source. The source of what? Source of energy. Source of this. Talking about, really, it's just talk about sun worship. You know what I mean? And they're scared of the sun. They're scared that the sun gonna go out, the sun gonna die, because the white man talking about the sun is gonna lose its heat one day. You know what I mean? And maybe in 2012, maybe in 2020, the sun is gonna give out. End of the world. You know, a bunch of dummies. Right? Okay. Hashamash la'a yakaka. So that, remember now that yakaka, when you hear the yakaka, like ya is it or he, and the kaka is hit. Right? Wayarak and the moon, balayala in the night, meaning the moon ain't gonna hurt you in the night neither. Yahweh, Shamar, Yashamarka, Ya is he, Shamar is watch, Ka is you, Makal Rai, we went over this at the beginning. Ma is from, Kal is all, from all evil. Right? Yahweh will watch you from, will keep you from all evil, watch over you. He watch you from all evil. Yashamar, he watch after the pasha, he watch over your soul. How do you hurt your soul? By worshiping the other gods, make the gods sleep on you. Don't do that. Right? Yahweh, Yashamar, Yahweh, Yah, Shamar. Yah means he, Shamar means watch. Taza Athka, that Taza Athka is out. You're out, meaning when you go out, the Lord is watching you when you leave. Wa Bawa'aka, the Lord is watching you when you come in. Why? Because that's when people want to hurt you. People are gonna wait for you when you leave in the house. When someone trying to get you, he know where you live. He follow you to your crib, and he wait for you. He looking at the time you're leaving and going in your house. Now the Lord watch over you. Now you gonna be alert, or the Lord gonna trip him up while he comes to your house, or get some bears to come and devour him. Get the dogs to bark and let you know that he's there. And when you hear the dogs barking, what he gonna do? He gonna dip. Meaning you get to live another day. Ma'aitha, right? Ma'aitha, right? What does ma'aitha mean? We open that time, right? Ma'aitha. I don't know what ma'aitha means. Salakia, you know what I mean? Ma'aitha. Aitha means now. Okay, we went over this before. I got this in my notes, right? I believe I got this in my notes, right? If I put Aitha in here, what did I have Aitha in my notes as? December Hebrew 2020. We had, yeah, I believe you taught this before. Aitha is crown, right? Where's Aitha at? No problem, right? Aitha means now, right? Aitha is another way to say now. All right. Another word to say now is na'a, na and a together, N-A-A-H, right? But here, this is to say now, right? So just take this in. When you see ma'aitha, it means from now. Ma is a preposition to say from, right? Ma is a preposition to say from. Aitha is to say now, right? Wa is a preposition to say and. Id is a common one you're gonna read all the time too. What does Id mean? Until. Very good, right? Id means until, right? Until what? I-Walam. What is I-Walam? I-Walam is the word for. We always see this when we're breaking down John 3:16. God so loved the world. What do we say? World don't mean the earth, because earth is Arakazar. I-Walam means world. Right? What does world mean? Society. All right? Yeah.
Look, you see the prayer, right?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that.
Right. When it says "I'd" until, every time you see "I'd" in front of something, "I'd" is making the context refer to time. All right. So when you see "I-Walam," until worlds, because until forever means from that time when David is talking, he's talking about until we go through the Persian world, and then into the Assyrian world, and into the Greek world, and into the Roman world, and now we're over here in the American world. Right? So forever mean until societies, until the Assyrian societies pass, until the Persian societies pass, until the Greek societies pass, until all these worlds pass, meaning forever, right? That's a sense of mind you gotta be in when you see words like this. I-Walam means until words, or to the world, or till forever, right? Until ages. That's another word of saying like ages. You had the Roman age, or the Roman period, and the Greek period, and the Bronze Age, and this age, and the Iron Age, and the Industrial Revolutionary Age. All right? Slack your backwash. Go on.
All right. The last verse, right? The Taza is out, right?
Taza eyes out. So that's one second, right? At the bottom here it says ancient times. Is another word for I-Walam, right? Meaning ancient time, meaning the old world, right? They called the Europe and the Europe, Asia, and Africa the old world, and now the Americas is now the new world, right? Hence the word I-Walam, right? So Taza means out and Bakwashama.
All right. You see how it's written in the prayer, right? It's Taza. It's like they put a th at the end and the ka.
Uh-huh.
Th is not a possessive though.
TH is not a possessive.
Not a possessive, right?
No, TH is like saying all things related to this thing. So, I was reading when I was early in the truth. I will see things like Yasharalath, meaning it was saying Israelite, even though the common word for Israelite would be Yasharaliyah, right? But I came across an instance where I was reading something in the Hebrew, and the word for Israelite, or things pertaining to the Israelites, was Yasharalath, right? So Taza'ath will mean things pertaining to going out.
So
all types of going out. Correct. All right. So let's get another. What else could we use as Taza'athka? If I wanted to say, we have Yakaka right here, right, which came from the root word Nakar, right? If I said Nakath, it will be all things pertaining to striking, right? We've seen this before when we do Nathan. Sometimes we'll say not Nathath. When you say Nathath, we come across Nathath, right? Nathan means to give, right? Nathath, Nathan is gift, right? Nathath will mean all things pertaining to gifts and giving, right? You just want to have that sense of this is thing pertaining to this thing right here, all right? Even though we have the preposition Shah is pertaining to, right? But this we're not talking about something pertaining to this. We're talking about the things are of this. Right. If you get what I'm saying, it's a bit confusing there. I know, right? But Shamayam means pertaining to heaven, but now Shamayamath means all things in the heaven, right? So Shamayam in the sense, right, where Mayam is water, right? Meaning it's not hard to go through like rocks. It's pretty easy like water, Space is the heavens. Space is like water. You're gonna swim in there. It's not hard like the earth, like with gravity, right? But am I talking to all things in the heavens? No, I'm just talking about the place that is like water, right? Shamayam is saying this place is like water, it's pertaining to water, right? But now if I say Shamayamath, right? I'm talking about all the things that are in the heaven, all the things that pertain to the heavens. Yasharallah, all the things that pertain to Israelites, right? Yahawadath, all things pertain to Judites, right? Who else? Gadath, for the tribe of Gad, all things pertain to the Gadites, right? Is that the word for Gadite? No. For Gadites, you're gonna see God Yah, right? But it's in that sense, right? Sometimes when you look in the scholars' books, they're gonna say it's gonna say feminine. You're gonna see the thought on the end will say feminine, meaning turn to feminine. Why? Because woman is taken out of man. Woman is of the man. You see what I'm saying? It's pertaining to a man, right? I mean, she serves a man. So all the things, it's like all the time we talk about these shopping lists and the thing of itself, right? It's all the things pertaining to that verb, right? Whatever comes after it is that thing right there. I make a shopping list. We always say this, the is like using as a bullet point, right? Yeah, you say shopping list was under ketchup, lettuce, juice, water, soap, right? So when I say anything, all things pertaining to the thing that's mentioned. Quatazayan is officer, right? Quatazayanath, all things pertaining to officers, all right? In that sense, all right? Good. And with that, I pass the class to Officer of 50. Bakwashamaf, right?
We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18 and 21. Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Always check the back bulletin boards in your school to see the upcoming holy convocations. And with that, if anybody wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, when Israel was at Michael.
Also, Hebrew Academy starts August 29th.
Yeah, right.
It is our Israelite military training, right? Come to school wearing all black if you want to attend the Hebrew Academy. The kingdom comes not with observation. Staying at home on the internet, being a couch potato, does not bring forth the kingdom of heaven. All right, you're going to be a man of the Lord. You're going to be a warrior in Christ. Hebrew Academy starts August 29th. All right, go swift, right?
With that, men of Israel, we say Amaju. We'll give one courtesy salute, men of Israel. Amaju Shabbat. Amaju. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Yachim Matah. Dismiss.
Right.